Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full time skip themed moveset. A few people did suggest a theme very similar to this, but I was going to do something similar to this anyway because, well, Hit was going to become my mentor and was going to get some new attacks, so I figured why not. But with that being said, if you guys do have any theme suggestions yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and the most interesting ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you do enjoy these videos, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos similar to this one, there is a link at the top of the description which will take you to my Xenoverse 2 playlist. So I just want to go over the moveset extremely briefly. I mean, all of the attacks here apart from my transformation and my second ultimate belong to Hit, so you guys already know that. I was either going to use Super Saiyan or Future Super Saiyan, but I decided to go for just the regular Super Saiyan because the key recovery between Super Saiyan 1 and Future Super Saiyan, it's not too big to be honest. So if you know what you're doing, then that's not going to be an issue. Plus with Super Saiyan equipped, I can use Super Saiyan 3 for the pure strength, and this moveset in general is very aggressive, so I just think that creates a bit of synergy with the moveset. I also decided to use Breaker Energy Wave, and at the time of me recording this, I didn't know this, and a few people have tweeted it to me. But apparently this is the Angry Kamehameha, which I don't think it is, and I'll get into why a bit later on. But with this attack, you can only use it once per fight, it takes no key, and you can only use it when your opponent has very low health. So basically in the same situation where you would normally be able to use Last Emperor. While most of these fights are with limitations on, there is one fight at the end where I play with limitations off and the time set to 15 minutes. So for fights like those, I tend to use Wiz's Super Soul, the very well I shall rewind time, which because I do tend to perfect block a lot and it's something I do practice, it's just extremely useful. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's not got the Rush Ki Blast, but instead it's got the homing. So, you know, it's not really too much of a big deal, but I would prefer the Rush Ki Blast in general. As you can see here, I only have a few decent QQ bangs. It's not something I put too much time into. So with that being said, the one I am using has plus ki, stamina and basic attack. And what you might find interesting here is that it takes away points from my strike supers and my ki blast supers. The reason I decided to use this one was because I typically tend to focus on my basic attacks and my ki and strike supers are just secondary. So to me, it's not too big of a loss that I have negative points in my ki and strike supers. So as going to the first fight, my opponent picks Super Saiyan Blue Goku and it's the Kaioken variation. So in this fight, I do want him to transform into it just because I really do enjoy fighting people who play Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. I don't know why. It's probably because it's just a new transformation and it's still fresh. So we'll see what happens as we go into this fight. So in a moment, because of this moveset and because Goku is just a very good character in general, I decided to go for Super Saiyan 2. I wish I only had 3 bars of ki rather than 4 because Super Saiyan 2, while it's okay to work with, I would just prefer the recovery that, well, the ki recovery that Super Saiyan 1 has. Something I've noticed is that when this guy vanishes, he'll go for the back step, and I don't know why it doesn't register when I go and hit him because the connection isn't too bad, it's actually pretty decent. But you can see right here just how good Super Saiyan Blue Goku is as a character. Just like a basic melee chain there, and that's going to take a lot of damage for what it was. So here he goes for his Super Kamehameha, and I'm thinking, well, why would you do that? You know that I'm going to break your guard or avoid it. So I was thinking about this and I came to 3 possible conclusions. Firstly, he may have just simply misclicked. Secondly, he may have genuinely used it to try and hit me with it, thinking I wouldn't have been able to avoid it or break his guard in time. Or thirdly, and this is what I personally do believe now, he used it, fully expecting me to break his guard and then to use my own stamina and possibly ki to continue a combo on him. I mean, just look at our displays now. I've got no stamina, no ki, and I've had to go for a stamina reset there. We both have roughly the same amount of health, but he has max ki and a lot of stamina. So if he actually did use these Super Kamehameha so I would break his guard, then that was an extremely smart move. I mean, right here, he's going to go for the Super Kamehameha again, and because I went for the stamina reset, I couldn't defend myself, and this was beautiful. He went for the instant transmission, then his Super God Fist. I mean, like, if he intentionally went for the Super Kamehameha so I would break his guard so he could get a stamina reset, then that was just amazing. That was like that was very smart thinking. And you can see right here, he finished me off with the Super God Fist. But because that was such a fun fight, I did actually have a few more fights with that guy. So as we go into the second fight, he now picks his avatar, which has the Super Saiyan Blue wig. He's got the full power energy wave volley and ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. Granted, they are pretty simple, but they are extremely effective, so fair enough. I think at some point against this guy, it's either in this fight or the next fight, where I'm using just all of the super attacks one after another. Like, it looked like something from the show, which it just looked fantastic. So there I went for the jump spike, and I'm actually surprised I hit that off, because I found that out of all the time skip attacks, that's the hardest one to hit with, just because you have to break your opponent's guard realistically to hit with it. But as we go into this clash, I'm thinking, well, I should probably turn Super Saiyan now, because I'll have enough ki after the clash. So I do. I mean, I'm not going to lose anything if I stay in my base form, and I'm only going to benefit if I do become a Super Saiyan, so I figured I'll do that. So here I hit him with the flash skewer, and we almost immediately go into another clash. So I've not really lost any ki there, because the super only took 1 bar of ki, and I pretty much gained 1 bar of ki back when we went to the second clash, so that's pretty good for me. And right now I'm in a very nice position, because I've got more health than he does, way more stamina. I'm not worried at all about Super Saiyan 3, because, well, he can't turn Super Saiyan 3. So here he sends me flying away, and I decided not to vanish because, well, I don't need to. So as I dash into him, he goes for the death beam, which is a very nice attack. I don't really want to get caught with that too much. I go for the basic combo here. I did use stamina to continue it, and I wish I didn't, because, I mean, there just wasn't any need to really. But with that being said, I still do have a lot of stamina, and I went for the anticipation fist there because I just had the feeling he'll start to panic and vanish, and he did. But I went for the backbreaker thinking he'll recover ki fast enough, well, stamina rather. And I think this guy now has changed his playstyle. When he was playing the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, he was playing more aggressively, but now he's more on the agile side of things, which, I mean, if that was intentional to try and confuse me, then again, that's pretty smart, but it's not going to work now. Like, I've won this fight at this point. I, granted, have no ki, I've got a lot of stamina and a lot of health, but for him it's kind of the opposite. So there I go for the evasive to try and hit him and finish him off. He goes for the full power energy blast wave. I think I said volley earlier, but I meant wave. I break his guard and I finish it off in style by using the evasive. A very fun fight. I had a feeling at this point when I was recording this that for the third fight he was going to pick Super Saiyan Blue Goku because he won with it the first time, and of course he does. He picks the same version, it's the ×10 Kaioken version. I don't think he used the transformation in this fight, he may, I can't remember, I recorded this a few days ago. So we're going to clash, but in the first fight I couldn't really figure out his playstyle with Goku, like his habits and stuff, but as we do exit the clash, I make him vanish a few times, and that's going to be really good for me this early on in the fight, especially given how much ki and stamina Goku has. So I go for the flash skewer here, and he hits me a few times, and I do vanish, and I was going to try and perfect block it, but my timing was just completely off, and I'm thinking, well, I probably shouldn't do that again because this guy can be dangerous. So here I go for the jump spike, and that's going to send him flying back, and before he really gets a chance to see what I'm doing, I hit him with a second jump spike, so that was a nice little combo. I think at this point in the fight, you could really see that this guy was starting to lose his cool a bit, because right there, as soon as he had 2 bars of stamina, he vanished. Like, I would have probably waited a moment before vanishing just to try and throw my opponent off guard. But with that being said, I did just run into a Super God Fist, so I do need to really still be careful about this guy. So I go for the basic light combo here and finish it off with the basic volley. So here, in a moment, I say thank you, I don't know why. But I go for the homing dash to send him flying away, and here I go for a mix of the anticipation fist technique and the time skip attacks. So I vanished, hit him once, expecting him to vanish, he did. Then I hit him with the backbreaker and then the flash skewer, and then I tried to finish it off by using the jump spike, but it didn't connect, so I mean that's good for him. But I just thought that in general that was a very nice sequence of attacks. So with that being said, just wait until the end of this fight, because all I'm going to say is that I hit him with something I'm going to call the time skip angry Kamehameha. So with that being said, I turn Super Saiyan, he goes for the regular Kamehameha, I hit him, we're going to a clash. At this point I could really see that he was starting to an extent, starting to rely on the Super God Fist. He tried to use it there, he missed. He tried to use it again almost immediately after. I hit him a few times, but I cancelled it out by hitting him. Now, he's going to do a basic combo on me, and I don't want to vanish or use any stamina here because, I mean, well, for that reason exactly. He went for the Super Kamehameha, so I used my evasive, the Tremor Pulse, and it didn't hit him, but it did get me out of danger. So here I go for the time skip, the Molotov, and as you can see, he's got very little health, pretty much none at this point. So I finish him off with the Breaker Energy Wave, and I have to admit that may be one of my new favourite super attacks, so we'll just have to wait and see what combinations people will be able to come up with by using that, because, well, I think that situation just was the perfect situation to use it in. I went for an ultimate, it didn't finish him off, and because he had a broken guard I was able to use the Breaker Energy Wave to finish him. So again, just a very nice combination of attacks there. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching so far. There's a few really good fights left, and I really do hope you enjoy them. So thank you again for watching, and please enjoy the rest of the video. bye.